Now we're going to customize Windows Explorer and allow us to have it behave how I would like it to always behave. So what you can see at the moment is you've got Windows Explorer open and it's looking at a very simple folder, and we've already seen before how you have a number of different ways of changing this slider to see the files presented. So at the moment it's in the details, but it could be a list, it could be in terms of icons, or often called thumbnails. You can see what I actually now have is I have a folder here which actually has some photos in. So now when it's showing me the thumbnails, I can actually see a selection of those photos within it. I'm going to just change it back to the details at the moment. Oh, there we go. Now, as default, what happens is it shows you it as a details list. If I click on the sample pictures, what you can actually see is it's showing up as thumbnails automatically. I did not set that. Windows had chosen that for me automatically. So how can I change that default behavior? In Windows Explorer, you might or might not have a file menu up here. If you don't, just like myself, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the Organize, Layout, and you're just going to toggle the menu bar on. There we go, and now we have the menu bar. And in there, I've got an option of View, and then I can customize this folder. And now this is where I can say what is its default behavior going to be. What kind of folder do I want? Do I want to optimize this folder for pictures? Windows has done that automatically for me because it only had pictures in it. But if I wanted to, I could perhaps change it and just say it's going to be for documents or general items if I just wanted it as a list. Just clicked the apply, there we go, and now it's general items. Or I'll put it back to pictures. So as default, what I can do is I can choose how a folder behaves and also how the folders that are within that folder behave by checking this button here. And another thing you might want to do is change which of these headers you actually see. I can right click and I can select and deselect the different headers here. But if I want to, I can also come back into this view, customize this folder, view, and then choose details, and there is a list of many items that I could choose to show. Finally, in order to sort all of this, this is a very simple list, so it's quite easy. You can see that it's, the little arrow up here is showing me that it's sorting based on name, but if I check on the date modified, it's now organized that list by date modified. Check on the type, it's now organized it by type. But what I might want to do is I might want to further refine that. So for example, I just want to show the files that begin with between A to H, or now add I to P in there, or Q to Z. This list here is automatically generated by Windows. So I'll just remove all of that and just have everything as default. If I want to perhaps look at the files when they are modified, what I do is I just check on there and it gives me a range of options. Last week, earlier this week, today, or I can choose a date and hold down Shift and choose multiple dates. So you've got a lot of options to be able to modify the amount of information you're seeing in a folder. If I perhaps now apply this to a folder with lots of files, here we go, here's my download folder. You can see I download a lot of files. There's in fact 953 items in this folder. And so it's very useful to be able to use this to perhaps search for files just that begin with numbers. Perhaps just a particular file that I know begins with A. If I actually remove this, I might want to see perhaps the files that I've downloaded perhaps just earlier this week. And suddenly this long list of 953 files has been reduced significantly. Perhaps if I also tick on earlier this month and last week, and now I only have 52 items. So Windows Explorer, a really powerful way to search for files, also to organize your files, and if you have large folders with lots of files within them, a good way to sift through the information.